Alright, what's going on everyone out there on YouTube, NES Ruler, and welcome back to a brand new review. And this time around we'll be checking out a film that was sent to me to review by Arrow Films. So, I've been a fan of Arrow for a while, obviously. You know, I've picked up releases here and there, but I really started to get into them early last year. So, I'm pretty happy that they started to send me stuff to review for you guys, because I think they're a really great label who releases some really awesome editions and some great stuff. So we'll be talking about a film that was released in 1982. It's the first time ever released on disc, and that is the slasher film Deadly Games. So this comes, let's get out of the edition right away. This comes with a nice slip cover. Throw that down there. And then got the disc, artwork. We got a really nice booklet that talks about the film. And get it out of here. A really nice booklet that talks about the film and how it's made and all that kind of stuff. I really love these booklets. I always read them. And the disc, and if you like, we got the reversible cover art. So, Deadly Games. I'll talk about the features in a little bit, but is this a good movie? If you want my honest opinion, no. I feel like it's a really lackluster slasher film, to be honest with you. I feel like very similar to the Toolbox Murders. It opens up with a great 10-minute scene, and then the rest of the film is quite boring, and it really doesn't go anywhere, which is unfortunate. The killings are pretty lackluster, and they're not anything to write home about, and one happens every like 25 minutes, and the film's only 95 minutes long, so we don't really get that many murders in this movie, which is unfortunate, because the best part about this movie, to be honest, is probably artwork. But, you know, like I said, the opening 10 minutes of this movie is really, really strong. It has some really great lighting effects and some really great atmospheric mood to it. But unfortunately, as it plays out, it doesn't really go anywhere. So basically, we follow this killer, and we follow our main character, Keegan. Keegan comes back to this small town that she used to live in after her sister gets murdered by this mass killer, who we see in the opening scene. And along the way, she reconnects with her old friends, and she meets the cop, our other main character in this film, played by Roger. And he has this friend named Billy. It's kind of a little bit of a weird relationship. Is it a little bit of a gay relationship? I mean, that's the kind of way I took it. I kind of felt like there's some hidden meaning in this movie between Roger and Billy with their relationship and what is really going on between them two. But anyway, they run this horror movie theater in the middle of town, and they're best friends, and you know, it's this Keegan, Billy, and Roger trying to find out who this killer is. And along the way, we meet, you know, Roger's ex-wife, who is a little bit crazy, and that's basically it. It's a very cut and dry slasher film, you know, clearly trying to capitalize on the Friday the 13th and Halloween craze. This was actually shot before Friday, so, you know, kind of capitalizing on the Halloween craze for sure. And like I said, it's just not very good. The acting is eh. I mean, there's one scene at the end between with Roger talking to himself. That's probably the best scene in the movie besides the beginning. So the first scene and the last scene are probably the best scenes in this movie. And Dick Butkus. Dick Butkus is in this movie for about a whole 5 minutes. And you know, me being a Chicago fan, huge Dick Butkus fan, he's a legend here. So, you know, it was fun to see Dick Butkus. So, like I said, I wasn't the biggest fan of this movie. Like I said, I feel like the kills are lackluster, the characters are and there's really not much going on. But the fact that the Arrow released this and gave it a rightful release, the transfer is absolutely gorgeous. It's a really, really great transfer. Pretty heavy grain structure, but it looks natural, and it's just a really, really great HD transfer of this movie that's never, like I said, never has had a release on disc. So, you know, Arrow releasing this movie and saving it, I really, really appreciate it, even though it's not the best movie. I appreciate that studios are still releasing this movie. So like I said, it comes with a brand new 2K restoration and a 1.0 lossless audio track, which sounds pretty good. It has another original score. It's not bad. And then we have a commentary with a film historian, and then we have an interview with Jerry Ray Mansfield, who plays the wife of Roger. It's about a 25-minute interview. It's interesting. We learn a little bit more about the film, like I said. This movie really hasn't gotten to talk about that much, so it's interesting to have at least some insight from somebody who was there, because, you know, low-budget movies from this time kind of just disappear. And then an interview with the practical effects guy, John Eggert, which is interesting, but like I said, there's not many effects in this movie, and it's unfortunate, but, you know, it's kind of interesting they threw that in there because, like I said, even though it's low budget, there's not really that many good effects in this movie. But that's on there. And then that's basically about it. Some trailers, and that's all you get. So at least there's some bonus features on this. It's not as much as other Arrow films, but you know, with a release like this, you get what you get because, like I said, it's the first time the film's coming out, and you get a lot of information on this booklet. So if you guys like unknown low-budget slashers, you're probably going to like this and check it out at least once. It's not the best film, but, you know, it's a product of its time. So Deadly Games, released by Arrow, really nice package for a film that's just So thanks again for watching this movie review. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up. So always follow me on Twitter, joe.com/NESRotor22, and please listen to the 22 Shots of Moods and Horror podcast. Available at all outlets, Spotify, Anchor, Apple, wherever you want to listen to podcasts, we'll be there. Thanks everybody for listening. I'll come back in a little bit. We got a couple more reviews for you guys, so see you guys.